Hey everybody, it's Craig from the Electric Church. We're going to start a new feature here called the Monthly Pull List, and it's going to be my pull list of comics from that month. So it is New Year's Eve. We're going to go ahead and do December 2020 pull list. So we start off here with Blade Runner 2029. I haven't read this issue yet. I just picked it up yesterday. And I'm going to read the first issue and determine whether or not we're going to continue to buy it from there. Maybe this will just be a collector. We'll see. Next, I've got Lonely Receiver number 4 from Aftershock Comics. And that was, by the way, that was from Titan Comics. If you're interested, Blade Runner 2029 Titan Comics. I'm going to move on to Aftershock. This is Lonely Receiver number 4. The series is almost wrapped up. I think there's only a couple issues left in this miniseries. I've thoroughly enjoyed this so far. It's this futuristic, surrealistic look at what happens when the technology of your phone takes over your entire life and gets to the point where it is physically your partner. And what happens when technology goes awry and your life is in shambles because your phone / partner / wallet, all of your personal information is gone. How do you recover? What do you do? Interesting look into what could very well be our future. All right, next from Aftershock, We Live number 2. I picked up number 1 just because it looked kind of interesting. It looked like a really cool cover with some good art. So I picked up number 1. I thoroughly enjoyed it. I got number 2, and I think I'm going to keep going with this series. It's kid appropriate, and it's very colorful, and it's fun and unique, and we'll kind of see where it goes from there. I don't like spoiling things very much. Finally from Aftershock Comics here, we got Knock 'em Dead number 1. Again, I picked this up not knowing if it was just going to be a number 1 for my collection or a series that I'm going to keep reading. I think I'm going to keep going with this one for a while anyways. It's about a stand-up comedian who's just he's an open micer trying to get going, and of course there's a surprise ending that sets up the series. So if you are into off the beat or stand-up comics, or I guess perhaps even horror comics, this might be your ticket. Check out Knock 'em Dead number 1 from Aftershock. Now from Vault, I have everything, the picture of everything else from Vault Comics, issue number 1. Just had my comic shop order this because the cover looked really interesting. It's some sort of horror comic. Haven't read it yet. Don't know if we're going to continue from that, but the picture of everything else, Vault Comics. If you're into again, horror, off the beat sort of stuff, might be something you want to check out. All right, from Image, we got Post America number 1. I think this was the only copy that my comic book shop had, so you might need to contact them and have them special order it for you. It's a story of Post America. It's what happens after we collapse at some point, and a couple people trying their best to put some sort of structure back together. I haven't read number 1, just picked it up yesterday. We'll see what that's about. Spawn number 313. I first started reading Spawn again on issue 300, and I think they got a really cool story arc going where there's he's accidentally created a bunch of different spawns, and he's dealing with the ramifications of that. So the story right now is all spun from 300, the events of that. Spawn isn't something you can necessarily pick up from one issue and go from somewhere. If you've never read Spawn before, check out the movie, even though it's pretty bad, or the HBO series, and get a story of it, get the idea of it, at least his origin story. There's lots of back issues and trades. I'm still really enjoying this series. I'm not gonna say it's not slow, because it is slow. It's a long, slow story arc. But it's a good burn. It's been an entertaining read for a long time. It's in my top 10 for sure. I still enjoy Spawn quite a bit. Something is Killing the Children, number 13 from Boom. I picked this up basically because it's the number 13. It's one of the issues that I like to collect is number 13s. But this has been a really hot comic. I haven't given it a try yet, so I'll read this issue, and if I like it, I'm going to go back and pick up the number 1 trade and see if this is something I should be adding to my pull list. Firefly, Blue Sun Rising, also from Boom. I read one Firefly trade this last year, and I thoroughly enjoyed it. It's fast-paced, it's got some decent art, and it's fun. It reminds me of the series, obviously, which I thoroughly enjoyed. So I'm going to check out this Blue Sun Rising and see if I'll continue with at least this part of the series. But I think that's something I'm slowly going to read more and more of, is Joss Whedon comic books. Red Mother, this is issue 11, so we're just shy of a year of this series having come out. I am really enjoying this book. Also from Boom Studios. If you have not read Red Mother yet, I believe there's the first 2 trades out. Always back issues to find. Great series. I'm really liking this. It's smart. It's it's definitely adult oriented. And it's smart. It's a horror. But as always, it's more of a mystery and less of a slasher sort of thing, because action doesn't draw that well. But Red Mother from Boom Studios, if you haven't checked this out yet, I highly recommend it. This is one of my favorite comic series right now. Another one of my favorite ones that's coming out every month here, Immortal Hulk. This is issue 41. Got the show off between Thing and Hulk there in New York City. This series has slowed down quite a bit, but it's interesting. It's a very deep dive into the character and the personalities, the multiple personalities of Banner and Hulk. And I've been thoroughly enjoying this series. I highly recommend it. Immortal Hulk 41. Came out this December. Just something that I probably bought to collect Black Cat number 1. It's part of this big King in Black tie-in from Marvel. It's a story arc I'm not going to get involved in. It's their big story arc with Venom and whomever else. I don't even think I'll read the issue. I just bought it for a collector, really. An Immortal Hulk, King in Black. This got thrown into my pull list because it's Immortal Hulk. I think it all ties into the longer story arc. And I don't even think there's a number 2. This is like a one-shot. So it might be an interesting story. I don't know if it'll even make sense because it's tied into a longer story that I'm not partaking in. Mysterio number 5. This is the last issue. Written by Peter David, the origin story of his great Mysterio character, alternate futuristic Hulk. So I thoroughly enjoyed this. I think I'm probably gonna go back and read the original Mysterio story from Peter David. If you haven't checked this out, they've been doing some great stuff with Hulk for years now over at Marvel. And that's about the only thing they're doing that's worth mentioning, really. Deceased, Dead Planet, number 6. One more issue left in this mini-series. I didn't read the prequel to it, but I've thoroughly enjoyed this. It's fast-paced, it's fun. It deals with characters we all know and love, only they're their children. But they, you know, it's a great miniseries. If you haven't checked it out yet, you probably just want to wait for the trade paperback. You know, if you're into back issues, there's some pretty cool covers. I think there's still a Spectre cover that I might have to have them throw in my pull box, because I'm kind of a fan of Spectre. West, Batman, Catwoman. I had him pull me the Jim Lee cover from DC here. I believe this is Tom King. Yes, Tom King, who's kind of a hot product right now. He's a pretty good comic book writer. Again, just bought it because it's number 1, possible collector, Jim Lee, all that good stuff. I'll give it a thumb through, but I doubt this is going to get added to my monthly pull list. I hate to admit it, but I still have not read the Joker War. I think I need to come to the conclusion that Batman isn't really my favorite comic book character when here I've spent over $100 on Batman comics, buying all these comics for this huge story arc. Still haven't read it. Hulk is great. That's in my top 10 for the year, and Red Mother also highly recommend. But that is my pull list for December. Not as bad as some use, I'm sure. I'll see you at the end of January. Go ahead and smash that like button. Comment, please liking this video really helps with the algorithms, gets me seen by more people. So if you like what you saw here, please hit the like button. Comment below which of my comics in my pull list is your favorite. What's on your list? What do you think I should add to my monthly pull list? And we will see you in 2021 at the Electric Church. Thanks, parishioners.